Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her into your heart, and you can start to make it better. Here. So today's lesson, the Beatles, Hey Jude, classic Beatles song. I've got it in capo, so the reason why it's on the capo is probably because it's probably the easiest version to this song to play. There are no bar chords and they're all nice and easy open chords. So this is perfect for the ideal beginner. It's also a perfect song to play for anyone who likes the song. So basically I'm going to teach you a set of chords throughout the verse and the chorus and obviously then the bridge at the end. And all the chords are open chords, as I mentioned, and I'm going to go through a rhythm pattern with you as well. So very much for beginners, this is perfect. It's a nice down, 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 and so on. And this is really ideal for anybody who's learning chord transitions mixed in with some rhythm and to learn a great song at the same time. So, I hope you like it. It's Hey Jude, the Beatles, and let's get on with the lesson. Thanks. Before we get on to the lesson, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and add as many comments as you like below. Okay, so Hey Jude, Beatles. Right. First of all, then capo, first fret. Okay, if you don't have a capo, you can still follow these chords without the capo. It just sounds a little bit. Well, with the capo it's slightly more high pitched than the singing. So, but it does sound better with the capo. So the first chord in the verse, so let's cover the verse. We've got a D chord. Okay, there we go, the D. And that comes in on the word Jude, so Hey Jude. Alright, so let's just do one strums first of all, for each chord. Hey Jude. The next chord is an A. Don't make it A bad. Okay, then the next chord after the A is an A7 chord. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the A7, all you do is lift your middle finger off the G, like so. So you're left with just your index finger on the D string of the second fret, ring finger of the B string of the second fret. A7 chord. So back to the A chord. Don't make it bad. Take a sad song. And you lift. Take a sad song. Back to the D chord. And make it better. The next chord is a G. Remember. There we go. I'm playing my G, as you can see. I'm covering the E and the B on the 3rd fret there. Alright. Remember to let her into your... And the reason why I'm playing this like this, when you're in this G shape, your ring finger is on the B of the 3rd fret. The next chord that comes after this G is a D chord. So it goes, so remember to let her into your... Lift all your fingers, apart from your ring finger, which is on the B string, and then go into a D chord. That remains there from that transition chord. Like that. D chord. To let her into your heart. Then it's the A7 again. Then you can start, which is that one, the A7 without the G. Start to make it better. Back to D, ending the verse. So the second verse does exactly the same, and it starts with the D again. Hey Jude, don't make a bad and so on. Okay, now let's run through a rhythm pattern for this verse, and basically you can just sit on a nice rhythm by just doing down strums like this. So get into your down strums. If you're complete beginners, get into your D shape, start getting into these down strums, and then when you feel comfortable and you're ready, then come in with your singing. Hey Jude, 2, 3, don't make it A. 2, 3, lift, take a sad song. Back to D, make it better. 2, 3, 4, G, remember to let her into your D heart. Then you can A7, start to make it back to D, better. 2, 3, Hey Jude, 2, 3, 4, A, 1, 2, 3, 4, A7, lift, 2, 3, 4, back to D, 2, 3, now G, 4, remember, 2, 3, D, 2, 3, A7, 4, A7, 2, 3, back to D, 1, 2, 3. So that's your main chords for the verse, and that's your rhythm. It's on the count of 4, so it's quite nice and easy for beginners. So at the end of the second verse, instead of just finishing on a D, make it better, 2, 3, which we do on our first verse. On the second verse, we do the same thing, but instead we then go into ending it with a D7 chord. Okay, D7 chord is kind of like a D chord but backwards. So here's your D chord, like that, with the ring finger coming onto the B string of the 3rd fret. The D7 chord is kind of backwards. This time you put your index finger of the B string of the 1st fret, and then your ring finger and your middle finger cover the E and the G strings of the 2nd frets. D7. So let's revert back to the last line of verse 2. So the last line of verse 2, starting from the A7 chord, and then you begin to make it into a D, better, 2, 3, 4, D7. And as soon as you hit that D7, it then kind of goes into the chorus. So you're playing that D7 at the end of the second verse, but the D7 is also part of the first line or the first beginning part of that chorus. Make it, here's the D, better, 2, 3, 4, D7. And anytime you feel the pain, then it goes into a G. The pain, hey Jude, refrain. Okay, so you probably recognise this part of the song. So the next part after that D7, and anytime you feel the G, pain, hey Jude. So what's that? This is a G stroke F sharp chord. Basically, you're playing your G chord as you normally would. So you're covering the E and the B with your pinky and your ring finger on the 3rd fret, and then you're playing the G normal, so your middle finger plays the 3rd fret there of the E string, and then on the A string your index finger covers it there. So there's your G chord, and all you do is, for the G stroke F sharp chord, you remain these two fingers here on the B and the E, and just remove all these two fingers off, place then your index finger onto that 2nd fret of the E. So it's a bassy note. And anytime you feel the pain, hey Jude, refrain. refrain. That's now an E minor 7. And anytime you feel the pain, G in the step. Hey Jude, E minor, refrain. Don't carry the A7, world. Then to D, upon your D's on shoulder, shoulder. Back to D7. For well you know that it's a G. Fool who plays step. It's E minor, cool, E minor 7. By making his A7 world a little colder. D. La 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 la. That little interlude there bit, it's just a few strums down, so it starts on the D. 1, 2, D7, 1, 2, A7, 1, 2, 3. Then you go into the best bit of the song really, and it starts off with a D. Na 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 na. Hey Jude. So what are the chords? Well, it starts off with a D, as we know. Na 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 na. What is this chord? This chord's a little difficult, okay, but it's a bit of practice and you can get there. This is the hardest chord in the whole song. It's kind of like a C stroke E chord, right? And the reason why is you're kind of playing a C and you're getting the notes of an E, but the great thing about this chord is it sounds really piano-y. Very Beatles. Mix of that G and the D. So the chord is, this is the second chord, let's go for it. So you place your index finger on the first fret of the B, okay? Then similar to a C, you then bring your middle finger up to the D string of the second fret. Okay. Now, instead of this time in a C, you just simply go there. But this time we're going to put our pinky there on that A string of the third fret. And then on the E string of the third fret, we're going to place our ring finger, like that. E string, third fret, ring finger. A string, third fret, pinky. Okay. D string, second fret, middle finger. G string's open. And then first fret of that B is your index. And then after that chord, it's in the G. Then back to D again. And then starts again with D. So let's run through it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. G. 1, 2, 3, 4. D. 2, 3, 4. D again. 2, 3, 4. C stroke E. 2, 3, 4. G. 2, 3, 4. And D. 2, 3, 4. So if you want to do your complete beginner, you could just literally do one strum for each chord. Hey Jude. Into an A. Don't make it bad. Lift. Take a sad song. Back to D. Make it better. Okay. And then for those of you who are a little bit advanced, you can just do down strums off the count of 4. Hey Jude, 2, 3, 4, and A, 2, 3, 4, lift, and make it better. So the trick is to start off with just one strum for each chord, get used to your chord transitions, then get into your down strumming of 4 for each chord, and then slowly build up onto a rhythm pattern.